South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Sevens, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist. And the best part? Blackjack always pays 3 to 2. Next, check out the roulette tables. Roulette is one of the easiest casino games to learn, and so much fun to play. It's a favorite of both beginners and seasoned players. In addition to blackjack and roulette, our casino pit features over 60 popular table games like Baccarat, Pai Gow Poker, 3-Card Poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Mississippi Stud. So get out of your room and come join in the fun.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book. Sports by the book, South Point Studio.
We don't make stuff up here.
I would only play the Pirates team total going under.
What the hell happened to Minnesota's pitching? This total has really crashed without plumbing the lineup.
I think this number's too high, but they're laying me the 6.
Oh, I know.
Caitlin Clark drives handle on the WNBA.
Never mind all these Mickey Mouse other stations. We are giving you hands-on information.
It's Sports by the Book at the South Point Studio. Here's Jeff Parles and Alex White.
Good morning. Welcome in. It is a Thursday edition of Sports by the Book. I'm Jeff Parles. She's Alex White. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. Light card for us today.
Very much so. Just not a ton going on here on a Thursday morning. And, you know, we got to get to it because there's an early start time in Cleveland, only 5 baseball games. Behind us, you see Jim Harbaugh and Dan Campbell. We'll at least update you on the Hall of Fame game odds. And also, too, we'll just look through updated division odds, updated awards odds as well across Major League Baseball here this morning. All right, let's begin in Cleveland. The Guardians and the Orioles wrapping up a 4-game set, and the Guardians are red hot all of a sudden. They have taken the first 3 of this 4-game set. Yesterday, a 3-2 victory. And today it'll be Allen against Morton. And Logan Allen tries to wrap up a 4-game sweep for the Guards, who, again, are still very much on the outside looking in the American League Central. They're 8 games still, even with Detroit's awful 1-9 stretch, still not 8 games behind the Tigers in the American League Central. But the AL wild card is where it gets a lot more intriguing for Cleveland, where they're only 1 game in the loss column behind Boston with a few games in hand. So Cleveland, again, thanks to a mediocre race for those wild cards in the AL, still alive here, amazingly enough.
It's interesting because we talked about their offense, and that is the part of the team that has really been helping them with this win. And they have struggled the whole first half of this year, and now they're starting to put some things together. Unders have not been nice to me the last couple of days, but I don't understand why they're giving us a 5 for the first 5 here between these two. And I know that Charlie Morton has been a little up and down, and his road numbers look a little scary. If you look at his ERA, it's a 6.81 on the road this year. But I really think that was blown up with one bad start, and that was in Tampa Bay. Gave up 7 earned on 5 1/3. But other than that, I think he's done pretty well. His median number on the year is pretty good at going 5 innings, 2 earned runs. And on the other side, I trust Logan Taylor Allen. I mean, his median number is 2 as well, going through that 5th inning, 5 2/3. So I took a shot here under 5. It is a little bit pricey, -125, but that's my bet in this one.
I'm just going to stay off. Again, the Orioles, if we're going through AL East odds with Ryan, we use Superbook odds for divisions. The Orioles are no longer listed. So, again, it's been a nightmare for Baltimore all year long. 13 games under 500, 15.5 behind Toronto entering today. But again, the Guards still somewhat alive in that American League playoff chase. Again, 2.5 behind Boston, even though they're 1 back in the loss column. By the way, this weather is fabulous for hitting. 90 degrees
That's
with
why.
the wind blowing out in Cleveland. So hot, wind, humid, pitchers that aren't great. That's usually a good recipe for an over at 8.5, Alex. Even with, again, questions on, even though Cleveland's offense has performed over the last 10 days, still obviously always questions with their offense.
Yeah, you always have to be careful with that. But they still do have to make contact there. So first 5, but I would not be surprised if they did put on some runs late. And that happened with me at the Red Sox yesterday too. So
let's go to Detroit next. And this all of a sudden is a huge series in the American League where the Detroit Tigers are 1-9 in their last 10. They got embarrassed in Pittsburgh, swept out, not even competitive in all 3 games. And now their reward is to return home and take on the red-hot Blue Jays, who completed a series win against the Yankees last night. Nice plus price if you bet Toronto. And there you go. The Detroit Tigers currently in the 3 slot in the American League, a spot we did not anticipate. Again, we thought that they were going to run away with the 1 seed, run away with the American League Central. They still very well win both the top seed, and they're going to win the American League Central. They're still a gigantic favorite to do so. But this is now all of a sudden a legitimate 3-horse race for the top of the American League. Awfully important again, especially for both of these teams. Blue Jays pitching, not particularly the best of it's the weakest of the top 3 teams.
right.
The Tigers, arguably the best pitching in the American League with the best pitcher in baseball at the top. Big difference. They throw Reese Olson tonight, the Tigers do. Eric Lauer on the other side for Toronto, -130 on the Tigers and +115 on Toronto tonight.
Initially, I thought it was a huge advantage here with Reese Olson on the bump, but Eric Lauer has been awesome for the Blue Jays. So kind of cancels each other out. I do think that number is right. Do you trust the Tigers right now coming in? As you mentioned, just 1 win in their last 9. It's a tough case to make here, but I mean, they've got to get back in the winning column at some point. So you could argue that it is a cheap price. But, man, the Blue Jays, looking at their numbers offensively in the last 10, 299 batting average as a team, 378 on base percentage, and a 135 WRC plus. So those are really good numbers that you don't want to bet against. I'm probably just going to stay off of this one. But the lean to the Tigers getting it done and getting back in that win column.
They need it. Tigers need it. Again, just playing really poor baseball at the current moment. 1-9 in their last 10. The only win is that Scoop start on Sunday night where they needed a run again after the Tiger bullpen gave up the ghost in the lead in that one. But as we said, Detroit's still in command in the AL Central. Blue Jays, by the way, have pushed out to 4 in the American League East. So all of a sudden, no one is within one regular 3-game series of the division leader in the American League. Toronto 4 up, Houston 5 up, Detroit 8 up entering today's action. Speaking of Houston, let's go to Houston. Not yet the Texans, but the Astros taking on the Athletics. Here today, A's got swept by the Rangers. Rangers have gotten back into the AL playoff race as well. But talking about Houston, it'll be Alexander against Severino tonight. pretty even on the pitching here, but Houston still favored, not surprisingly, at a minus 125 clip with a total of 9 in this one.
I just wish I would have looked at the market more for Houston to get one of those buy spots, 1 or 2, and now they are sitting right there. I just love their pitchers, and when they are clicking offensively. So it might be one that I could still look to, but now that they have the one spot. But like you said, 3-horse race between those 3. Coming into this one, they are going with a minor league pitcher, pretty much. Jason Alexander did really good in the minors all year long, and then with his one start in the bigs, did get hit pretty well by this Athletics team. I'm wondering if maybe second time around, this could be a better one for him for his actual start. He did go 6 against the Athletics and just 2 earned runs in that one. So I could agree with that you say pretty even here with Severino, because we talked about his home road splits to start the season, and now I think it's just kind of bleeded over, and it's just how he's been pitching. Doesn't really want to be there, doesn't really want to be on that team. Could you make the argument that he needs to pitch really well here today to try and have somebody pick him up? I guess you could try and go that route. I think it should be closer to a pick with Alexander on the bump for the Astros, even though I do think they're the better team. So it's a lean to take in the plus money with the Athletics. I don't know where their head's at right now with, 20 under. They're 42-62 on the season. So nothing for me in this one.
Last place, second worst record in the American League, and White Sox came from behind twice last night.
Yes, they did.
And have won 5 out of 6 out of the All-Star break, including 2 out of 3 in Tampa, which very damaging series loss for the Rays on that end of things. Even with the struggles for the A's, the 2 betting favorites to win the American League Rookie of the Year. Again, Kurtz has now hopped Wilson for the betting favorite. Kurtz has been fabulous the last 6 weeks, minus 240 now, and his teammate Wilson at plus 260 with Cam Smith, the third favorite at 8-1. No one else really realistically has a shot now behind the 2 Athletics and Smith. It'll be interesting to see how the last 2 months play out with Kurtz versus Wilson in that AL wildcard race.
I wonder if one of our listeners, Attila, I remember him jumping on here right when they called Nick Kurtz up and was trying to look at those rookie prices. To this game, though, Jeff, really quick, now that we have hit 9 here at the South Point, I do see an 8.5 or 2 out there still. Opened at 8. I kind of agree with the market here, and they're playing this game over. I know it's in Houston. I'd prefer it in Sacramento, but still with both pitchers and both offenses, I think we could get some runs in this one.
Up next, we go to Anaheim. Angels just were swept by the Mets. No day off, just right back into it for a 4-game series. They'll take on the Mariners, who lost 2 out of 3 to the Brewers at home. Mariners still, though, in the playoffs. As of today, they would be the number 5 seed in the American League. They get a trip back to New York to take on the Yankees if the playoffs were to start today, 102 games in. The Angels are, I think it's sell, baby, sell at this point for the Angels. 5 out, all those teams to hop. The next week should be getting what you can get for the tradable pieces on the roster. A Renfijo, a starter today in Yusei Kikuchi, I doubt would be moved because of the contract he just signed, but maybe if someone gives you a big type of a package back for him. Kikuchi has pitched well, all-star this year. Minus in this game, the Angels are a big favorite, 30-cent move on them from minus 115 to minus 145 against Evans on the other side for Seattle, and a total up from 9 to 9.5 in this one, Alex.
If you missed the minus 115, I think you missed the boat here. I think that is the correct number, minus 140 with the Angels at home. I'm not a huge Kikuchi fan or backer, but really looking at his numbers, he's definitely more consistent than Logan Evans. Logan Evans has given you outstanding outings and then has really struggled in other cases, such as in New York against the Yankees. So the road starts not so good for him, a 5.06 ERA and a 1.76 whip. So definitely think you have the advantage here with Kikuchi. But like I said, I think you missed the best of it. I wouldn't lay minus 145 with this Angels team when you have the Mariners on the other side, who we've been talking about really hitting well on the road this year. So nothing for me in this one. I guess we could check what the half a run is in the first 5, if that gives us a little bit of a play. Plus The run line is plus half, minus 105.
Yeah, not terrible. If you want to take a shot on that on the Seattle end of things. Total 5. Again, everything's up in this game. The total's up a half run. The Angels 30-cent move to them in this one. All right, let's go to St. Louis. Cardinals and Padres. Boy, you're the Cardinals, and you're trying to stay in this thing. You cannot be dumping 2 out of 3 in Denver, and that's what they did. And they're now, I mentioned this either yesterday or 2 days ago in the National League wild card race, where these teams that were the fringe of the race, which were the NL Central teams, St. Louis and Cincinnati, I thought really had to come out of the break hot. Same deal with Arizona, if they're realistically going to be in this thing. By the way, Miami only 6.5 behind San Diego all of a sudden, and we know they're going to totally sell. So at this rate, if you're the Cardinals, you're 1 game over. This series really is your last gasp because you get 4. You get 4 against the team you are completely chasing. If you somehow sweep San Diego, all right, then the vibes completely change. If you basically do anything but take 3 out of 4 or sweep, it's probably time to get out and just sell your pieces. And again, this has been Cardinals are in quite possibly the strangest era of baseball management they've been in a very long time, where they didn't go under 500 for 20 years. And now this is a franchise that is in transition. They're not willing to go out and spend on a winner in the same fashion that they have in the past. Very strange. Sonny Gray, though, the right guy to go today, minus 150. Darvish on the other side of plus 135 and a total of 8, Alex.
Typically, I think this would be a pretty even matchup, but Darvish still getting back into the swing of things. That goes advantage Sonny Gray. I don't love that price, minus 150. It's minus 157 for the first 5. I'm kind of shocked that it's only that much of a difference there. If anything, I guess I would look to that first 5 here for the Cardinals and Sonny Gray to kind of shut this Pirates offense down. They really haven't done much. I think they had 1 explosive offensive game in their last 5 where they put up 7. But, I mean, even in some wins, they've been scoring 2 or 3 runs. So that's the way I'd look at it. If you want to lay the half a run, minus 115. But I'm kind of just stretching here, trying to find something. I don't love anything. I think the prices are just right.
Yeah, don't force it. Don't force it in this game. Again, Padres, for San Diego, they are currently in that final wild card spot. Offense, we've talked about, has been a struggle. They lose 2 out of 3 in Miami after taking 2 of 3 from Washington. Again, a long road trip out of the break where you get 10 on the road. Don't even get an off day when you come back home until Thursday. They'll see St. Louis twice in these next 2 series, 4 here, then 4 about the Cardinals, then 3 with the Mets, then 3 with the Cardinals again. So, again, this is
it is weird. This is their first series.
Yeah, look, you still see it, and I don't understand this. Hey, play 1 series in between and then play the non-division opponent twice in 3 series, but whatever, that's a different... Seen that a lot here in baseball over the last 2-3 years since they've balanced the schedule. All right, Alex, that's the card for today. Let's look at some award numbers just to update everyone where we're at. Let's go to the AL side of things in the MVP market, and it is strictly a 2-horse race at this point. It's Aaron Judge, who's, again, not anywhere near the peak, but still a monster favorite at minus 650. Raleigh's at 4-1. Again, the path for Raleigh realistically has to get to that 60-homer plateau to have a chance. I don't see it now. Could the Yankees fall out of the postseason mix and Seattle gets the top wild card? And that's also a path too, but I just don't see how realistic that path is at this rate.
I saw the segment on MLB Network that may have actually hurt Cal Raleigh because they were talking about the positions and how the catchers overall are actually up, and it's more of the shortstops and some infielders that they're, average and WRC plus and all that is down. So kind of we're making the case against Cal Raleigh that while he is having a great year, it's not that out of the norm where before it was, this is incredible that he's doing this as a catcher. Minus 650, Aaron Judge. I'm with you. And you've been there all year. I think it's Aaron Judge's award this year.
NL side of things, the market tells you it's over with Ohtani at minus 1,600. at DK. Pete Kerr Armstrong's the only one who's close at 11-1 on the National League side of things. Everyone else is 60 to 100 to 181 and all that. There's nothing really to do here. It just feels like Ohtani, unless if PCA, who's had an amazing season, but Ohtani's Ohtani at this rate, and I just have a hard time seeing an argument for anyone else, especially when the market tells you that this is over at the way that these numbers are at, Alex.
Absolutely no fatigue yet, Jeff. No fatigue for Ohtani, maybe in a year or two, but I agree with you. Did you know he hit 5 home runs in the last 5 games? Because it is all over social media where he is 5 in a row. So I think it is his as well.
Dodgers actually got a very important win yesterday. The walk-off hit for Freeman to steal that one from Minnesota. Again, they're in danger of falling all the way down to the 3 seed in the National League with a loss yesterday. Again, the NL standings, as we mentioned, the Brewers still the 1 seed in the NL at the current moment. The Mets have taken over first place in the NL East for the day. Both the Mets and the Phillies are off today, so nothing will change there. And then the Dodgers still 4.5 games clear of San Diego in the National League. Again, I really do feel like those 6 teams that are in the postseason right now are going. It's just a matter of what the seeding is. San Francisco, a game and a half bad. Also, Devers is starting to hit, so maybe that flips some things with the Giants trying to catch down a division rival in San Diego, game and a half behind.
It's really going to be between those two, right down to the end. Cincinnati, like to see them make a run here, but I just don't see it. Haven't been consistent enough. So, yeah, between the Padres and the Giants, but would not be shocked.
Padres currently leading the season series as well, so
yeah,
keep that in mind. Remember, no more game 163s anymore. It is, if you're tied at the end, especially, it's easy when it's a division foe because they go straight to head-to-head. There's no such thing as tying against the division foe because they will only play 13. So keep that.
I think it helps with seeing the Cardinals as much as they do.
Wow, I think the Padres, again, have to some point start realistically hitting at a better clip.
Yeah.
Not even going to bother with the American League Cy Young. Three Skubal is going to win that if he stays upright. The NL Cy Award race is by far the most intriguing, as it has become a horse race between Skeens and Wheeler. Wheeler's the small favorite at -115, Skeens at +105. Christopher Sanchez's odds fell dramatically after his epic performance 2 nights ago, the complete game victory against the Red Sox. Again, I'm still in the camp. I've always thought it's been Wheeler. It's funny. I actually think there's a better argument at the current moment for Sanchez than Skeens. As great as Paul Skeens has been, I think it does have to matter. And I know that the voters have proven it does not matter as much anymore. But if the Phillies win the National League East on the shoulders of Wheeler or Sanchez or both, those 2 guys have to be the 2 betting favorites. Again, that's an NL East race that is going to go back and forth. They have the correct favorite at the moment, but I do think Sanchez should be a lot shorter than 15-1. Not saying there is value, but he should be. I'm surprised he's not shorter at this point, Alex.
I do agree with the flip here, though, with Zach Wheeler being the favorite. And I do think it will matter with their record and the wins when it comes down to it. Unless, we just see some outstanding stuff from Paul Skeens. But, they're limiting him, too. So it's not like we can see him throw a complete game, even. They're taking him out after the 5th. So that definitely hurts him there, too.
Up next in these awards, we already touched on the American League Rookie, where Kurtz has overtaken Wilson for the favorite. And again, Kurtz has been absolutely outstanding the last 6 weeks. Wilson has come back to earth, still having a great year. I do think the favorite is correct in Kurtz. I'm just a little surprised at how big of a favorite he is, but he should be odds on. I don't know if he should be -240 at this rate, though.
How many less games do we know that? Is that going to matter to the voters?
It shouldn't.
Okay.
Because, again, Kurtz has been up since the end of April. It's not like he came up a month ago
right,
and has taken the league by storm. Kurtz still has 228 at-bats. Like, Kurtz is going to end up with almost 400 at-bats when this is all said and done at this rate. So I would not overly take that into consideration at this rate. Also, NL rookie side, don't have to show the graphic. It is Mizorowski's award if he finishes the season in one piece. Baldwin's the only one who could realistically catch him on the NL side, but the Braves are so far out of it, and the Brewers are the number one seed in the NL at the moment. In part because that run started when Mizorowski came up. It's his award.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much arguing on that.
No.
All right, Alex. Before we take a break here, because Mr. Harbaugh and Mr. Campbell are behind us here today. It's 1 week until the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Just a quick update on the numbers, Alex, and we know that everyone's going to fly in and bet the under probably on the day of. It has gone over 3 of the last 4 years now because it's just the fact that the number's gone too far the other way. Even though remember last year's check your books because the game ended a little bit early because of weather. So it's a pick, no surprising. Chargers and Lions are 33 in this one. Again, we don't have much to say here until next Thursday. I'm just curious to see what happens with that total because everyone loves betting that under.
Are you interested in betting under right now?
I am not.
Number?
I am not.
Are you interested in betting it at all, to be honest?
I'm not.
Okay.
If you want me to be honest with you, no, I'm not. I don't bet. Here's the problem with preseason NFL football, especially, forget this game, just as a whole now. Everyone is so aware of all the betting trends with preseason now.
Yes.
That the books are also aware. Where now, unless if you're on it from the moment the number comes out, the books will, and Chris is talking about this too, they will move. They'll move as quickly as humanly possible to not get caught with their pants down. It's so hard now to beat the NFL. It's harder. Still easier to beat the preseason than the regular season, obviously. But it's not like it was even 5, 6, 7 years ago where you have sharps that will only show up in the preseason and they won't even show up in the regular season. So it's just much harder than it used to be, Alex.
Is Jim Harbaugh as good of a...
No one's John.
Okay.
No one's John.
You knew right where I was going with that.
No one's John. Even though, again, has had 2 non-covers last year, if you remember. Again,
yes, I do remember that.
Not the same. Again, everyone's aware of it, hyper aware than they were going in even 5, 6 years ago on NFL preseason. All right, we're going to take a break. When we get back, we'll have an early whiteboard. We'll have the trivia answer. We'll wrap things up early here on a Thursday of Sports by the Book here at the South Point studio.
We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book. Sports by the book, South Point studio.
We don't make stuff up here.
I would only play the Pirates team total going under.
What the hell happened to Minnesota's pitching?
This total has really crashed without plumbing the lineup.
I think this number's too high, but they're laying me the 6.
Oh, I know.
Caitlin Clark drives handle on the WNBA.
Never mind all these Mickey Mouse other stations. We are giving you hands-on information.
Welcome back in Sports by the Book on a Thursday morning. Jeff Parles, Alex White, happy to be with you as always. Well, we can get the trivia question here first here today, Alex. By the way, already some injuries in the NFL training camp front. Artie Burns now in the Dolphins tore his ACL, so it just, again, that offseason in Miami has just gone so poorly. And yesterday, I don't know if you saw this, with Tua in a media scrum basically saying that Tyreek Hill has to work his way back, essentially work his way back into the good graces of everyone in the locker room, which it's always a good sign when that's happening. And also the Jets had a huge injury scare this morning with Justin Fields, was carted off with what was reported as a lower leg injury, which whenever you say that, it's like, oh, well, there goes the ACL or there goes the Achilles. Seems like the Jets have gotten, and Fields have gotten, relatively reasonable news. It's the reports from Rich Cimini and Ian Rappaport of ESPN and NFL Network, respectively. It's a dislocated toe that is not the big toe on his right foot, or his left foot, I should say. It'll be interesting to see how long the recovery is for that. Obviously, the big toe would mean a lot more than another toe. But again, a little bit tricky. Our Jet preview is going to come out later this week. You and I'll just say, we were a little bit higher than the market was on the Jets. Be interesting to see how much the Fields injury changes things for New York going into the year. And if he is ready to start week one, that is still the expectation that he will be ready, according to all the reports that are out there today.
Still a good backup, though, that they have with Tyrod Taylor. So if need be.
Going into the year, there's an argument, and I would listen to, that Tyrod is not much different than Justin Fields in the way of ability. I would listen to that argument. Again, Fields young, Taylor not.
Right.
But again, Tyrod has been around the block more than plenty of times in this league. All right, trivia question here today. It's a video daily double. Are we allowed to say that actually on the last part? Sorry, Jeopardy, don't come after us. All right, last week on the show, Danny Burke, our good buddy, look forward to the second half, talked about playoff prospects. With long shot team to DB, say he wanted to keep an eye on in the National League wild card race. Roll it. Spots right now, DB. What do you foresee in this NL playoff race here down the stretch in what is, again, had been the significantly superior league so far this year?
I think Alex was saying when I was listening that she kind of liked the Giants a little bit over the Padres. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would agree with that sentiment. And if I had to pick kind of a longer shot to make some noise, I actually would look in the direction of the Diamondbacks, a team whose offense has been there steadily. It's just their pitching has been pretty disastrous with some of those key name guys, and Brandon Pfaadt has been one of them. Not that he's a key name guy, but you thought maybe from what we saw in the postseason, he could turn that around and bring that up throughout this season, and that just hasn't been the case. So if he can get that going, maybe they had a piece in that starting rotation. I think the deep.
But it was Arizona. JR got it right. Diamondbacks, look good the first series out of the break. It did not look good the second series out of the break. Diamondbacks off today begin with the Pirates. Again, we've talked about it on my end. We've talked about it. Arizona should be selling at this point, but we'll see. Maybe a sweep of Pittsburgh this week and a lot of coverage around them. They'll only be 2.5 back in the National League wild card race. All right. This is the whiteboard lean day.
That's right.
On a Thursday for the whiteboards here, Alex White.
To your point, though, with the Diamondbacks, I did watch a lot of that series. Some unfortunate losses for them, and that's when you kind of know, right? Houston was kind of on the lucky side, and Arizona not so lucky. But, yeah, welcome to the chat. I did see JR. He had a joke for you, too. He said, not the big toe from Stripes. It's over my head, but I wanted to share it with you.
Stripes is a great movie, but not the big toe. Go ahead, Alex.
Here we go. For my leans today, we're going with the A's and the Astros over 8.5. I don't love that 9. Shop around and get the 8.5 if you like this lean as well. And then I definitely wrote Cardinals because that was the answer. Is that who it is? Yes, it is. Sonny Gray on the mound for the Cardinals. Run line first half. Laying that half a run minus 115. I'm all confused now with football on our minds.
Arizona Cardinals will be talked about by us this week. You'll see that preview out and about soon. Also, too, of course, Alex referring to the St. Louis Cardinals there, but you got to We got more NFL content coming today. Today's the Saints, right? Yeah, the Saints comes out on the YouTube channel. We do not have good expectations for New Orleans, but we'll tell you why when that pre-recorded episode comes out later today on the channel at Sports by the Book. Make sure you're subscribed if you're watching us for the first time today. All of our NFL previews coming out over the next 30-plus days.
Right.
It'll be a lot of fun. Alex, we had a short one today because of the short baseball card, but we're back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Chris Andrews will join us on the show. Gone Racing comes your way later this afternoon. Today, Brendan Gaughan and Jeff Motley get you ready for this week in NASCAR. Again, a little bit different. Not a road course this week, so be a little bit of a different look. No more. I don't know how much everyone can continue hating on SVG at this rate in the NASCAR circuit.
And I only have leans, but if you watch that show, they will have actual bets for you, and they're
Absolutely.
very good.
Yep. All right, that's what we got. She's Alex. I'm Jeff. We'll see you again tomorrow. Sports by the Book right here, 10 a.m. Live as always from the South Point Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada.